the Chief Coroner, and then we'll take questions following that. Police want to first acknowledge the heroic efforts of FENZ last night in attending this blaze. A tragic event, and we are thankful for the support to our community by the FENZ staff. We understand this is a traumatic time for many whānau and for many people in our community. We are working tirelessly alongside our partners, alongside our other agencies to find the answers that we need. This requires an extensive scene examination, and as you can see, the building is large and the damage is extensive. It will be slow, it will be methodical, and it will be detailed to ensure that we find the answers we need. We anticipate police will enter the building after a handover with FENZ at some stage tomorrow, mid-morning to midday. There are a number of health and safety factors that we need to mitigate before we place our staff inside that building. However, once inside, we will work as quickly as we can to achieve an outcome for this. We know that there are a huge number of questions that people will have. Right now, we don't have the answer to all of those questions, but we will keep you informed. What we would ask is that we don't speculate until we know the facts. And until we know the facts, that requires that scene examination. At this stage, the fire is unexplained, and police have brought in specialist investigators, investigative teams from around the country to support the Wellington district and the Wellington city to resolve this. Until then, police will maintain scene guards on site here, and tonight FENZ will remain with us. While we reiterate that we have yet to fully reconcile a list of all of those people who were here last night, who should be here or who were here as visitors, we will not speculate about the number of people who were here and where they have subsequently gone. We urge anyone, family, friends or concerned people, if you have information that will support the reconciliation of the list of people who were here, to please phone the Police 105 non-emergency number and use Operation Rose as your code word to support the reconciliation. Thank you. I'll hand to the Chief Coroner.
Thank you. Kia ora. I want to start by offering my sincere condolences to the families and friends of the victims of this fire. I appreciate that this is an unimaginably terrible time for those who've lost someone they love. It's been reported to the coroner that deaths have occurred as a result of the fire. Legally, the bodies of the victims of this tragedy are in the custody of the coroner, but as you've heard, it hasn't been possible yet for them to be recovered from the scene. Once recovery of the victims is possible, they'll be treated with dignity and respect, and where known, specific cultural needs will be met to the greatest extent possible. The victims who've died will be transported to the mortuary and kept there safely until they're able to be reunited with their families. Coroners have a specific role under the law. That includes making decisions about post-mortem examinations and, with the assistance of police and other specialists, determining the identity of the victims. In a case like this, identification can be a painstaking, slow, complex process, especially when people are severely injured. That process takes time. We know that families will be desperate to have their loved ones back with them. We understand that, but we have to get it right. We work very closely with police to make sure that we do. The last thing we want is to have a family further traumatised by having someone other than the person they love returned to them, as we know has happened numerous times in relation to similar tragedies overseas. We can't say how long the identification process will take, but I give my absolute assurance that we will work very carefully, methodically, thoroughly, and as quickly as we can to reunite families. The police family liaison officers will keep families informed as we proceed. Again, I want to reassure the whānau and friends of the victims who've died in the tragedy that the people you love will be treated with kindness and respect and will be cared for as we work through the necessary processes. My condolences to all of the whānau and friends. Thank you.
Questions? No, we don't have a confirmed number of fatalities at this point, and the purpose of the extensive scene examination that's required will help us determine that number.
Earlier today it was thought that it was 10 people or fewer that may have lost their lives. Is that still accurate?
That's still accurate. However, our information is reliant on that provided by FENS, and they may have an answer for you there.
Earlier today, the Prime Minister said there were 6 facilities. Is that still the case?
FENS may be able to answer that for you.
Yeah, at this stage, we have 6 people inside. There is extensive damage within the building, and we have been unable to search all areas. There's a significant amount of debris from the roof collapse, but at this stage we've located 6 people.
Is there any suspected human remains that have been identified that have not been confirmed to be a deceased person?
At this stage we've located 6 people, and so we've treated them with respect and ensured that the evidence and the scene around them is made safe. But there has been some instability in the roof structure, and we've had our urban search and rescue technicians supporting our frontline firefighters to ensure that when we have people inside that building, that it is a safe place for them to be.
Do you have anything that all of those fatalities were from fire-related burn, smoke injuries?
Yeah.
Because there was some speculation that there may have been people that jumped from the building that were injured potentially.
We won't know how those people perished at this stage until we work with police and our fire investigators to determine that with the coroner.
Is the fire being treated as suspicious?
Sorry?
Is the fire being treated as suspicious?
Yes.
Are those 6 confirmed fatalities included or on top of the less than 10 people who are unaccounted for?
At this stage, that's just the 6 that I'm able to share with you.
I think the confusion is that there were 6 fatalities and then the number was 11 people unaccounted for.
Are those
then
6
10 or fewer in the fire, so is the 6 part of the 11? Or I guess how
At the moment, I'm working on the 6, and police are working with their teams to determine other people.
do you have a number of people who are unaccounted for at this point that are thought to have been inside the building at the time of the fire?
That's the role for police in a reconciliation process, and that is going to take some time to reconcile who was there. Apologies. To reconcile who was there last night. So we can't confirm that until that process has been done. Hence the importance of any friends, family, whānau who are concerned. Please contact the Police 10-5 Operation Rose number.
Fire had just confirmed that the fire is suspicious. Have police been interviewing any suspects today?
The fire, the cause of the fire won't be known until such time as a thorough scene examination is done. From a police perspective, we don't know what has caused the fire, hence the reason for the examination that's required now. Police don't believe it's been deliberately lit. Police require the examination before we can make any comment about the cause of the fire.
The resident at the accommodation has told us that not one but 2 fires. There was a fire at 10:30 that was started on a couch. People left the building
That's part of the investigation process, and I can't confirm that until the examination, the investigation has been complete and gives us a clearer direction. As you can imagine, this is the early stages, and our priority has been to identify those people who were here last night and to locate them. I'd have to refer that to FENS.
So what was the question? So we're checking that now. We've been checking that to ensure the sequence of events with our own alarm monitoring companies. So yeah, that's at this stage I can't answer any further than that. We're just working through that. So we're working through that with our fire communication centre.
What about the stairwell? Were the exit routes all clear for people to be about the building?
I can't answer that.
And are you able to say where the bodies that you found are?
I can't answer that. No.
Can you just give us a description on the structural damage that the fire has caused so far?
Well, there is a roof collapse in the top floor. So that's where there's a significant amount of debris and structural members that have come down.
And what about the state of the building? What can you tell us about what it's like at the moment?
Inside in that top floor, there's a lot of destruction.
Last question.
For police, can I ask how many people are working on that reconciliation effort from the register to how many people you know the whereabouts of? Because that's obviously the missing gap that will be worrying a lot of families.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as of today, we have 6 staff working on the reconciliation, and that team will grow as more staff arrive in to support this operation.
And it's
Thank you.
The people that were living there,
Thank you.
tonight, and are they
I can answer the last question.
how many people have been displaced?
Yeah, of course. So approximately 50 people had been displaced by the fire, and they were all safely sent to an emergency centre in the suburb. Almost 20 have been put into new accommodation, and thank you to MSD and other social services, they're being given access to things like blankets, food, showers, and made comfortable. We've also released a Mayoral Relief Fund. Council's put in $50,000, and we're also asking the general public if they'd like to contribute. And this just ensures that the families of those who have lost people in this fire and who have been displaced have the support that they need moving forward. Thank you.